NASA has discovered that planets and stars give off music. Wow. This amazing ambient sound, these space sounds come from electronic vibrations of the planets, moons, and rings, electromagnetic fields of the planets and moons, from planetary magnetospheres, from trapped radio waves bouncing between the planet and the interior surface of its atmosphere, from charged particle interactions of the planets, its moons, and the solar wind, and from charged particle emissions from the rings of certain planets. Wow! God employs the orchestra of His whole creation. The whole thing is singing. Science has even discovered heavenly music bellowing or bellowed out of the sun's atmosphere. From the technical literature, explosive events at the sun's surface appear to trigger acoustical waves that bounce back and forth between both ends of the loops, a phenomenon known as a standing wave, exactly the same waves you see on a guitar string, said Robertus von Feuer-Scheinbergen of the Solar Physics and Space Plasma Laboratory Center at the University of Sheffield. And here's an illustration of how this can happen. Celestial music. In the same way as a sound wave resonates inside an organ pipe to create a musical tone, sound waves on a far vaster scale can resonate inside a star. By measuring the frequencies of these waves, astronomers can learn about the star's internal structure. Vibrations are generated by turbulence on the sun's surface, and the vibrations penetrate deep into the star's interior, setting up resonant oscillators at frequencies depending on the star's size, density, and rotation. So we learn a lot about the star from listening to this, but the fact that they emanate vibrations and sound is a scientific statement. Astronomers see these oscillations as subtle, rhythmic changes in the star's brightness. And that is the record of a certain star's brightness playing its tune. Resonant frequencies can vary from one every few minutes in sun-like stars to one every few hundred days in red giants. So the stars are singing. All creation echoes the joy of music. 1 Chronicles 16:33 reveals that the trees of the wood sing out at the presence of the Lord. I read a scientific statement some years ago, publication some years ago, and it started with a statement, trees talk to each other. I thought, oh. I had a very sophisticated statement for that. I said, oh, baloney. But I'll tell you, the guy who had to eat the whole sandwich was the reader. They went on to describe how, and this is awesome, in a forest, trees of a certain species get blights from insects, and they start giving off vibrations that's picked up by other trees in the forest, and these scientists published that on the other side of the forest, trees that can pick up these vibrations, the same species, actually start giving off a defense. And they start generating, from their DNA and from their internal structure, they start generating pesticides. Now, to me, that's absolutely awesome. Those trees are singing to each other. You think, is that foolishness? Well, at one of our excavation sites, a number of NASA personnel have participated in these excavations under the auspices of this museum. Now, NASA has not participated per se under our auspices. I need to clarify that. But a number of NASA scientists independently asked if they could participate.